Welcome, everybody. So we are going to be talking about our science experiment. I am uploading two videos today that go with that. One is this video. Excuse me, guys. Sorry. And then one is the video that goes over me washing my hands and just an introduction to petri dishes and showing me wipe my fingers on the petri dishes for what we're doing. So let's start this and get going. All right, so we are going to be doing a science experiment looking at what is the best way to get rid of germs on our hands, right? So right now with this illness going around, we have been talked about told to wash our hands, to not touch our faces, to use hand sanitizer, to sanitize everything and keep everything clean because we have these things called germs. And germs get our hands dirty. Or germs are the things that get on our hands throughout the day. Believe it or not, you cannot see the germs on your hands. So it's not like having your hands caked in mud or having food on your hands. It's these little invisible things that get on your fingers and are like, ooh, I'm gonna make this person sick. Or, ooh, I'm going to do something. Not all germs are bad. But there are those bad ones, and washing our hands and using hand sanitizer helps keep those bad germs away. All right, so we're going to talk about the scientific method, and the steps that we need to take to answer the questions that we have is what is the best way to get germs off of our hands? All right, so we have 6 steps in the scientific method. The first is to ask a question. The second is to make a hypothesis. Third is to do an experiment. Fourth is to observe and record what you're looking at from your experiment. Fifth is to make an analysis. And sixth is to share your results. So today we're going to talk about the first 3 and kind of the fourth steps in the scientific method. All right, so first we ask a question. So questions are what helps us to learn things, right? We can ask, well, what do I want to eat for dinner tonight? Or what is my favorite dessert? Or what is the favorite dessert of people around the world? So it's what we want to learn more about or what we wonder would happen if we did something, right? So what happens if I put Mentos in a thing of Coke? For our question is, what is the best way to get rid of germs on our hands? Those little things that we can't see. If we can't see them, how do we get rid of them? And what is the best way to get rid of those things? So that is our question that we are asking. I'm going to repeat that question. What is the best way to get rid of germs on our hands? All right, so the hypothesis is making a guess. They're saying what we think might happen. And then we answer a question. So we have our question is, what is the best way of getting germs off of our hand? Well, let's think of ways that we can get germs off of our hands. You can wash your hands, right? You can use hand sanitizer. You can use hand sanitizer wipes. Those are pretty much the ways of getting germs off our hands that I can think of. If you can think of other ways, you can let me know what those ways are and if they might work, actually. So we want to know, washing your hands or using hand sanitizer, which one is best? So you can make 2 hypotheses, and I want you guys to make your own hypothesis. I want you, either you can say, I think washing your hands with warm water and soap get rid of germs better than hand sanitizer, or you can make the hypothesis, hand sanitizer gets rid of germs better than washing your hands. So you're going to individually make your own hypothesis, choose one of those. You're going to say, washing your hands works better. Or hand sanitizer works better. Okay? So I want you to take note. If you're washing your hands works better, raise your hand. If you think hand sanitizer will work better, raise your hand. Okay, now we're going to find out. What is the next step? How do we find out which actually works better? So my hypothesis that I am doing, I say that washing your hands gets rid of more germs than using hand sanitizer. So we're going to see if Ms. Bahr's hypothesis is correct. Okay? So for our experiment, an experiment is something that tests or looks to see or actually practices to see or finds out if what our hypothesis is true or not true. So true or false. So we're going to conduct an experiment. So what do we need for our experiment? We need petri dishes, that little circular thing with all those lines on it, hand sanitizer, okay, hand soap, a sink, and a data tracking sheet. Okay, so I'm going to tell you Miss Bahr has petri dishes. Miss Bahr has hand sanitizer. Miss Bahr has hand soap. She has sinks, and she has data tracking sheets. All right, so the steps in our experiment. Step 1, we want to take and label our petri dishes. So Miss Bahr wrote on the petri dishes with a permanent marker. I wrote control, because in each experiment you need one that shows what your hands is going to be like without it being washed, without hand sanitizer, with all of the dirty germs on there before you wash your hands or before you put hand sanitizer on. Okay, so I did that. I put one with control and I put my finger on it with an X pattern before I washed my hands or put hand sanitizer on it. Make an X with your finger on the petri dish. Then the next petri dish, what I did is I took and washed my hands, and I made an X on the petri dish with my clean finger after washing my hands. Okay? And I wrote on that washing hands. And my third petri dish, I wrote hand sanitizer. Okay, so I had to wait some time, and well, my hands got a little dirty because I couldn't do it right after washing my hands, because otherwise I might have been like, well, it was washing my hands and using hand sanitizer at the same time. Okay, which I might do, add that one into one of our petri dishes. Just add that in today. And then I'm gonna put hand sanitizer on, and I'm gonna make an X on that the petri dish gel that's in there, and then I have to tape those up and I have to wait, because it's not going to automatically show what's happening right away. It's going to take some time. Okay? All right. So this is our tracking sheet that we're going to do. So I did the petri dishes yesterday, 4/1/20. That's when I went and I took the petri dishes and I put my finger on the first one without having clean hands. I put my finger on the second one after using hand sanitizer. I put my finger on the third one after I washed my hands. Okay? And so we're going to wait, and I'm going to take pictures tomorrow. So it might be hard to see some of this stuff, which I have a microscope. Luckily, my dad is a scientist, and we have a microscope that I use. Okay? And so I'm going to share that with you guys. And we'll obviously, I think we'll go past the 5th because it's going to take a little longer to grow. Although germs can grow pretty quickly in certain environments, but we'll see how that works. All right, so the next thing we need to do is you guys need to wait and see when I post that next picture of those petri dishes in the next video of what's going on. So have fun learning. I'm excited to do this experiment with you guys, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to find out if hand sanitizer or washing your hands gets rid of more germs. Make sure to keep positive, to keep learning, and to keep asking questions. Have fun. I'm excited to share this with you guys, and I can't wait to see you next, when the next time I see you. Okay, bye guys.